Listen up, everyone. Today I want to talk to you about something that is crucial, something that is necessary for anyone who wants to truly achieve greatness. It's about rising alone. It's about standing up when no one else is standing with you. It's about finding that strength within yourself when the world tries to tell you you're not enough or you can't make it. Let me tell you something. Success is not given, it's earned. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about making the moment perfect. And that starts with you. That starts with the decision to rise alone and conquer everything in your path. You have to believe in yourself first and foremost. No one will see your vision until you do. When the doubt creeps in, when others don't understand what you're trying to do, keep going. You are your first supporter. You are the one who gets to decide your fate. There will be times when you have to walk the path alone. Embrace it. Don't fear it. In that quiet space, you discover who you really are. You learn to rely on yourself, not the crowd, not the opinions of others. It's in that solitude that your true strength is revealed. Obstacles will come. People will try to stop you. Life will try to teach you what to do. And you have one life to live. Life will end for everyone. But the difference between those who succeed and those who fail is simple: persistence. When the going gets tough, the tough get tougher. You get up every time you fall. You keep moving forward, and that's how you conquer. Stop asking for permission to be great. Stop waiting for approval. If you know what you're meant to do, take that first step. If it's something worth doing, it's worth doing now. No one can give you permission to rise except you. The world is full of noise. People will tell you what you can't do. But your legacy is built by what you do when no one is watching. It's the work you put in when nobody is cheering you on. It's the quiet grind, the focus, the commitment to your purpose. That's how you create a legacy that will last. The greatest battles we fight aren't with the world, they're with ourselves. The negative thoughts, the fears, the doubts that live inside of us. You have to fight those thoughts, conquer them, and silence them. Only then can you rise above and conquer everything that lies ahead. You rise alone because no one else can do it for you. But when you rise, you don't just rise for yourself. You rise for every person who will ever look to you as an example. And when you rise, you conquer every obstacle, every doubt, every limitation. So get up, rise, and show the world that you were never meant to be anything less than great. When we talk about success, we can't overlook the foundation of it all: believing in yourself. That belief is everything. Without it, you're just a person with dreams that will never come to fruition. It's the difference between someone who tries and someone who succeed. You can have all the skills, all the talents, all the resources in the world, but if you don't truly believe in what you can achieve, it's all just noise. Self-belief doesn't come from others telling you you're capable. It doesn't come from the applause or praise. It comes from that quiet, powerful voice inside of you that says, I can do this. It comes from the way you carry yourself even when no one is watching, the way you keep pushing when others have given up, the way you keep pushing when others have given up. When you believe in yourself, you stop asking for validation. You don't need others to believe in your vision or your worth because you're already convinced. It's that self-conviction that carries you when the going gets tough. People might doubt you. They might say you're not good enough or you'll never make it. But none of that matters. The only thing that matters is what you believe about yourself and your ability to succeed. This belief in yourself isn't about arrogance. It's not about thinking you're better than anyone else. It's about knowing deep down that you have the strength to face whatever challenges come your way. It's about accepting that failure might come, but it doesn't define you. It's a lesson. And every time you get knocked down, you get back up with more resolve, because your belief in yourself isn't shaken by temporary setbacks. When you believe in yourself, you give yourself permission to rise, to dream big, and to pursue the impossible. It gives you the courage to step into the unknown and take risks that others may shy away from. The truth is, without self-belief, you'll never make it to the place you want to be. But with it, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Sometimes the world can feel overwhelming. There's noise everywhere, opinions, expectations, distractions, people telling you who you should be, what you should do. But in those moments, when it feels like the weight of everyone's voices is crushing you, there's a unique strength in embracing solitude. It's in the quiet, the alone time, where you can truly hear your own thoughts, your own dreams, and connect with the deepest parts of yourself. Being alone doesn't mean being lonely. It means you have the space to rediscover who you are and what you're capable of. In solitude, you confront the real you, free from the outside world's influence. You learn what you stand for, what you truly want, and what's worth fighting for. You're not distracted by others' opinions or desires. You're only focused on your own path, your own journey. It's in these moments of stillness that clarity emerges. When you spend time with yourself, you find the strength to become self-reliant. You learn to trust your instincts. You learn to hear your inner voice over the noise of the world. And let me tell you, this is power. Not many people have the discipline or the courage to be alone with themselves. It takes bravery to sit in silence and reflect, but that's exactly where growth happens. You can't move forward if you're always surrounded by the voices of others. In silence, you gain insight, wisdom, and a renewed sense of direction. You see things clearly that you may have missed in the rush of daily life. There's also a certain peace that comes with being alone. People fear solitude, but it's actually where you'll find your most profound moments of inner peace. You stop seeking approval from others, and you stop comparing yourself to anyone. The pressure to fit in or live up to someone else's expectations fades. Instead, you get to focus on your own growth, your own goals, and your own success. Solitude is the breeding ground for real self-discovery and ultimately true power. And don't forget, some of your best work, your best ideas, your most inspired moments come from being alone. You need that time to reflect, to think deeply, and to tap into your creativity. You don't need a crowd to define your worth or validate your purpose. All you need is the confidence to stand in your own space and trust that you have everything you need within you. Embrace solitude, and you will find that it's not something to fear, it's something that will strengthen you in ways you never imagined. Persistence is the force that keeps you moving when the road gets tough. It's the refusal to accept defeat no matter how many obstacles are thrown in your path. Life is never going to hand you success on a silver platter. It will test you, challenge you, push you to the edge. But it's in those moments when the resistance seems overwhelming that your true strength is revealed. It's in the relentless pursuit of your goal, the unwavering commitment to your vision, that you truly begin to conquer. Every step forward will feel like an uphill battle. People will doubt you, doors will close in your face, and you'll experience setbacks that make you question your ability to succeed. But here's the truth. The only way to break through the resistance is to persist. Every failure is not a sign to quit. It's a lesson to learn from. Every setback is not the end. It's the beginning of something stronger. The key is to keep moving, even when it feels like you're standing still. What separates those who succeed from those who give up is not talent or luck. It's persistence. The ones who achieve greatness are the ones who keep going, even when it seems impossible. They understand that success is not a straight line. It's a winding, unpredictable road. It's about picking yourself up every time you fall and saying, I'm not done yet. It's about getting back into the ring no matter how many punches life throws your way. It's also about not letting resistance define you. The world will try to stop you in many ways, but you have to redefine what resistance means. It's not a barrier to your success. It's a test to see if you really want what you say you want. A test to see if you're willing to push past your comfort zone and keep going when the path gets hard. The people who persist are the ones who understand that resistance is part of the journey, not an obstacle to it. There will be moments when you feel tired, when you feel like giving up is the easiest thing to do. But this is the moment when persistence becomes your weapon. It's when you choose to keep going even when every part of you says, stop. It's when you dig deeper than you ever thought possible and realize that you have more strength, more power, more drive than you ever imagined. Persistence doesn't mean you won't face resistance. It means you won't be stopped by it. And let's not forget that persistence builds momentum. The more you persist, the more you grow, the stronger you become. Every small victory along the way fuels your confidence, propels you forward, and makes you believe even more in your ability to succeed. It's the compounding effect of persistence that makes the impossible seem possible. You just have to be willing to stay in the fight long enough to see it through. Waiting for permission is a trap. It's a mindset that holds so many people back from stepping into their true potential. We live in a world where people constantly seek approval from others, hoping for someone to tell them they're ready, that they're worthy, that now is the right time. But let me tell you something, there will never be a perfect moment. There will never be a time when all the stars align and the world gives you its blessing. If you keep waiting for permission, you'll spend your whole life in limbo, waiting for a sign that may never come. You don't need anyone's approval to start living the life you want. The only person you need permission from, yourself. And if you have the vision, the passion, and the desire, then it's your responsibility to take action no matter what anyone else thinks. You're the one who knows your dreams, your capabilities, and your purpose. You're the one who gets to decide when and how you move forward. Stop waiting for someone to tell you it's your time, because the truth is, it already is. We often look to others for validation, whether it's family, friends, mentors, or society at large. But waiting for someone else to approve your path, your goals, your journey, is a game that's rigged against you. You're not meant to follow someone else's timeline or live by their standards. You're meant to create your own path, set your own pace, and decide for yourself what success looks like. The ones who make an impact, the ones who achieve greatness, are the ones who take initiative, who take that first step without looking around for anyone's permission. This isn't to say that you shouldn't value advice or wisdom from those who've walked the road before you, but at the end of the day, the decision is yours. The action is yours. The work is yours. You can't sit around waiting for someone to tell you it's time to start or that you're capable of more. You have to step into your own power, own your decision. You know that voice inside you, that burning desire that keeps calling you forward? That's all the permission you need. That inner voice is the only one you need to listen to, because it's the only one that truly knows what you're capable of. Trust it and start moving. Don't wait for the world to give you its blessing. Don't wait for someone to knock on your door and tell you that it's time. The truth is, the time is now. It's always been now. When you stop waiting for permission, you empower yourself. You take control of your journey and stop living by the rules that others have set for you. You realize that the only limits that exist are the ones you place on yourself. So stop asking for permission to be great. You've got everything you need to make your move, and you don't need anyone else's approval to do it. Your time is now. So go, take that first step and don't look back. Building your own legacy is one of the most powerful things you can do in your life. It's not about following in someone else's footsteps or trying to replicate what others have achieved. It's about creating something that is uniquely yours, something that speaks to who you are, what you stand for, and what you've overcome. Too many people spend their lives trying to live up to other people's expectations, chasing after someone else's dream. But a true legacy doesn't come from imitating others. It comes from discovering what makes you different, what makes you exceptional, and putting that into the world in a way that only you can. You build your legacy by the choices you make every single day, by how you respond to challenges, by the character you show in the face of adversity. It's easy to look at the world around you and think, I'm not there yet. I haven't accomplished enough. My impact isn't big enough. But the truth is, your legacy starts right now. It starts with the actions you take today, how you handle your responsibilities, how you treat others, how you show up for yourself and for the people who need you. Every decision you make, no matter how small it seems, adds up. You're writing your story with every step you take, and eventually, that story will leave a mark. The people who leave a lasting legacy are the ones who stay committed to their purpose even when the world tries to steer them off course. They don't look for shortcuts. They don't look for instant gratification. They put in the work day in and day out, knowing that real success is built over time. They understand that greatness doesn't come from the fame or the accolades. It comes from the impact they have on others. It comes from the lives they change, the lessons they teach, and the example they set for those who will follow in their footsteps. Your legacy is not built by the things you acquire. It's not about the cars you drive, the house you live in, or how many trophies you've won. It's about what you give. It's about the value you create in the lives of those around you, how you inspire, how you uplift, and how you push people to be the best versions of themselves. When you focus on building something bigger than yourself, when you pour your energy into creating something meaningful, that's when your legacy becomes a force that will live long after you're gone. Don't wait for permission to build it. Don't wait for validation or approval from anyone else. Your legacy is yours to create. It's about showing up every day, no matter how hard it gets. It's about sticking to your principles even when no one is watching. It's about being consistent, being authentic, and pushing through the tough times with unwavering belief in yourself and your mission. You won't always be celebrated in the moment, and that's okay. Building a legacy doesn't always come with immediate recognition. The impact you make may not always be seen right away, but trust me, if you stay true to your values and keep putting in the work, your legacy will be felt long after you're gone. It will ripple through generations in ways you can't even imagine. The beauty of a legacy is that it outlives you. It lives in the people you've inspired, the changes you've made, and the principles you've instilled in others. Your legacy is waiting for you to start building it, so don't hesitate, don't hold back. Step into your purpose and build something that will stand the test of time. The hardest battle you'll ever fight isn't against the world around you. It's the battle within yourself. It's the voice in your head that tells you you're not good enough, that you'll never make it, that you're not worthy of success. It's the fear that holds you back from stepping into your true potential. It's the doubt that keeps you playing small when you know deep down you're capable of so much more. This inner enemy is relentless. But here's the truth. Conquering this inner enemy is the key to conquering everything else in life. The mind is a powerful thing, and when you allow it to be filled with negativity, self-criticism, and limiting beliefs, you hand over your power. The battle starts in your thoughts. If you let your inner enemy control your mindset, it will control your actions. The fear of failure, the fear of judgment, the fear of not being enough, they all stem from this internal struggle, but you have the ability to rise above it. You can choose to change the narrative inside your mind. It starts by identifying the lies that you've been telling yourself and confronting them head on. You have to recognize when the enemy is speaking, when you start to hear that voice telling you that you're not capable or that you can't do something. Challenge it. Ask yourself, is that really true? When you confront those negative thoughts, you take away their power. You realize that they're just thoughts, nothing more. They're not facts, and they don't define who you are or what you can achieve. The moment you challenge those thoughts is the moment you start to regain control over your mind. And from there, you take back control over your life. This inner enemy also feeds off your insecurities. The more you doubt yourself, the stronger it gets. It thrives on your fears, your hesitations, and your reluctance to move forward. But if you want to conquer everything outside of you, you first have to silence the doubts within you. This means recognizing your worth, accepting your imperfections, and being unapologetically confident in who you are. It's about understanding that no one is perfect, but that doesn't mean you aren't deserving of success. It means accepting that you are enough, just as you are, and that your potential is limitless. When you learn to conquer your inner enemy, you become unstoppable, because the truth is, once you defeat the doubt, the fear, and the negativity within, nothing else can stand in your way. You start to see obstacles as challenges to overcome rather than threats to your success. You begin to trust yourself more, to believe that no matter what happens, you've got what it takes to navigate through it. That inner confidence radiates outward, and it's the fuel that drives you forward. You also need to practice self-compassion. The inner enemy often comes in the form of harsh self-judgment. We're our toughest critics, always focusing on our shortcomings, always telling ourselves we could do better, be better. But the truth is, growth doesn't come from beating yourself up. It comes from treating yourself with kindness, from acknowledging your progress and understanding that failure is a part of the process, not the end of the road. The more you accept yourself and show yourself grace, the less power your inner enemy has over you. Conquering the inner enemy isn't a one-time victory, it's a lifelong battle. It's about building the mental and emotional strength to keep going, even when that voice inside your head is telling you to quit. But the more you face it head on, the easier it gets. Eventually, the enemy will lose its grip on you, and you will emerge stronger, more resilient, and more confident in your abilities. You'll begin to see yourself not as someone who is broken or limited, but as someone who is capable of achieving greatness. The greatest victory you can have is winning the battle within. When you conquer the inner enemy, you open up the possibility to conquer everything outside of you. How does this expanded section feel? Does it convey the depth of overcoming that internal struggle? So I want you to take all of this, take everything we've talked about, and remember one thing. The only person who can stop you is you. You have everything within you to rise, to conquer, to create your legacy, and to face every challenge that life throws your way. The battles won't always be easy, but they will always be worth it. You don't need permission. You don't need anyone else to validate your dreams. You just need the courage to keep going, the strength to stand alone when necessary, and the unwavering belief that you are enough. The world will test you, your mind will try to trick you, and the path will often be unclear. But I promise you this, if you rise, if you persist, if you believe in yourself and face that inner enemy head on, there's nothing you can't overcome. The future is yours to shape, and the legacy you build will inspire those who follow. So get up, step into your greatness, and remember, when you rise alone, you have the power to conquer everything. Keep moving forward, keep believing, keep building, and keep fighting, because nothing can stop you when you're truly ready to claim what's yours. Give a friendly SEO description of the speech, key highlights of the speech, reasons why we listen to this speech, keywords with commas, hashtags with commas of the speech.